another breaking news. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi has met with his Canadian counterpart Anita Anand at the Munich Security Conference and praised Prime Minister Mark Carney's recent visit to China as fruitful. Anand has said the visit had been a great success and opened a new era of Canada-China relations. Now for this, we welcome Mr. Matthew Vadum. He's a journalist and author, joins us live from Washington. Thank you very much, Mr. Vadum, for joining us. Good morning. Now looking at this, China and Canada's relationship has been very sensitive, especially just during Trudeau's government. Now, do you think things are changing, and what is moving them closer?
Well, they had been pretty close when Justin Trudeau was Prime Minister of Canada, and it looks like they want to move things even closer. I should say, though, that the Foreign Minister of Canada and the Foreign Minister of China, meeting and having a sit down at an international conference is not in any way unusual, but we do know that Canada has been reaching out to China, especially in reaction to President Trump's fairly ferocious rhetoric towards Canada, saying that he wanted to annex Canada, saying that he wanted to annex Greenland, which is right beside Canada, and antagonizing Canada. I think Canada does want to have a closer relationship with China, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the two foreign ministers talked about at the security conference.
Right. And since we know that they have had some issues with Huawei and
right.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think they are going to be, or they discussed that?
Yeah, they may have. Huawei, the telecom, I guess, or technology maker in China has been accused of installing spyware so that it can, on its devices, so it can monitor what's going on overseas. And so the United States is very suspicious of Huawei, and yet Canada, has expressed some concerns, but hasn't been nearly as suspicious as the United States. Remember, the United States is very sensitive about TikTok, the social media site, and they're so serious about it that Congress passed a law saying that TikTok's Chinese connected owners must divest the company. So America's very national security conscious about this kind of thing. Canada has some concerns, but it is less national security conscious about Huawei than the United States is. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was discussed by the two foreign ministers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vadum, for sharing that insight. Now we move on to U.S. The Pentagon is considering severing its relationship with Anthropic over the artificial intelligence firm's insistence on maintaining some limitations on how the U.S. military uses its models. According to reports in American media, this comes after outrage by the Anthropic over the usage of its LLM cloud in the raid that captured Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro in Caracas. Now we move on to Europe. At the Munich Security Conference,